And this is a sense of deja vu because in Mumbai city, Dharavi is witnessing a surge in COVID cases. Exactly a year ago, Dharavi was an area of concern given the population of the people residing in that particular area. The congestion obviously making everybody extremely worried. For the moment, 30 cases have been reported in the slum-dominated area yesterday, the highest figure since September last year. With new infections reported on Thursday, the count of active cases in Dharavi has jumped to 140, while the total confirmed cases has gone up to 4,328. Now, in an effort to control and monitor the cases, the local administration has started a mobile van to conduct testing in different pockets of the area. The first coronavirus case in Dharavi, which has a population of over 6.5 lakh, was reported on April 1st last year. Dr. Rahul Pandit, he is a member of the Maharashtra COVID Task Force and Director Critical Care Fortis Mumbai, is now joining us. Thank you for your time here, Dr. Rahul Pandit. I want to begin by asking you, the state government has told the centre, for the moment, let's open up vaccination in a big way, allow walk-in vaccinations, don't depend so much on COVID, and also allow vaccinations for those above the age of 45 without comorbidities. You also know that that really isn't the solution right now because we don't have that many doses, isn't it?
Look, the central government has always said that the doses will not be a problem. But obviously, I take your point absolutely correctly that there may not be doses which would be sort of giving us the solution to roll out the vaccination for everyone. But the two processes of containing the pandemic or containing the rising cases as well as the vaccination need to go hand in hand. The current demographic which we are vaccinating, which is 60 plus and 45 with comorbidities, is going to save lives. Because if you look at the mortality of Mumbai or Maharashtra, 80 to 85% of people who unfortunately succumb to the disease are within that demographic. But they are not the ones who are actually venturing out of the house all the time. We have the younger population also who is actually going out and where the spread of pandemic may be possibly happening. So if we vaccinate everyone right now, we'll be able to bring down some amount of immunity and some amount of protection for all these people and thus break the chain. So breaking the chain is also important. But of course, hand in hand, the COVID appropriate behavior needs to go in. People need to realize, I don't know how, we need to have some out of the box thinking perhaps. Perhaps some people who have come out of the COVID, who were quite serious and come out of the COVID need to put up an appeal.
But look at the vaccine utilization, Dr. Pandit. In fact, Prakash Javadekar has spoken about it. I'll just give those figures to you. 23 lakh vaccine doses that have been sent by the centre. In fact, 54 lakh has been sent and what has been utilized is 23 lakh. There is a bit of concern also when it comes to utilization. If there is demand in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, then why aren't these doses getting used is the question then.
Yes, I completely agree that vaccine hesitancy, the question to whether to basically go for vaccination or not is a question. Secondly, how much is the rural area basically having access to the vaccine right now? The PHCs and the health centers in the rural area are having vaccination centers there. But how many people are actually going there? Even in cities like Mumbai and Pune, the high rise and the middle income people are definitely queuing up for the vaccines. But the lower income group people, how many of them are actually queuing up for the vaccine? So we need to have increased awareness of the vaccination. There are a group of people who are pro-vaccine. They would actually fight tooth and nail to get a vaccine right now. But there are also a significant amount of them who are very, very hesitant. And that's where I think we need to promote the vaccination. Just like we're promoting masking and corona appropriate behavior, vaccination needs to be promoted hand in hand. And both the things process need to go up. Secondly, the infrastructure has also been ramped up. We were in the meeting with the Honorable CM yesterday. We are going to open up several hundred more centers which are appropriate and applicable where vaccination can be done. And those are the hospitals which come under the various schemes of the government. And all the government hospitals which are basically allowed within the rural as well as in the urban area to try and vaccinate these people.
Dr. Pandit, not just the vaccine. I want to put this figure, in fact, give this figure to you. 20 to 23,000 tests every single day in a population of more than 1.50 crore in the state of Maharashtra. This is lesser than Delhi essentially, but testing is just not good enough, especially in the city of Mumbai. And this is a big problem area because isn't it time to go back to the basics now, given that we've landed ourselves in the same problem that we had just exactly a year ago?
Absolutely, and that's the plan. The testing will be increased by next week. You will see that the testing would go up to 40,000 or 50,000. What Mumbai has stuck to, and which is what the plan is, to keep up 70% of those tests as RT-PCR and only 25 or 30% of those tests as antigen. And this is happening as we speak. This was again discussed in the meeting yesterday that we need to ramp up to say 60,000 tests in another 10 days time, but 40,000 beginning next week will be starting to happen. So that kind of infrastructure orders have already been passed on, and it is going to help us to bring the test positivity rate down, to identify the people who are asymptomatic and to isolate them quickly so that the spread could stop.
Yes, Dr. Pandit, thank you for your time here. The center keeps on saying that 70% of RT-PCR tests, the rest should be 30%, which is the antigen testing and not vice versa, is the message really from the government. Dr. Pandit, thank you for the moment. We'll of course keep coming back to you for more on that important story.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.